Thank you. Okay, it's recording. Okay. So tonight I am trying to get my slides fixed because y'all have like good intentions, and like I created these slides at work and I emailed them to myself, but I forgot to hit editable, however you say that. I can't edit them. So anyways, just bear with me. But tonight, I did call the call tonight back to basics, and I'll explain that in just a little bit. But I wanted to first, let's go through like some housekeeping stuff. And again, my slides, I couldn't edit them when I got home, so they're a little jumbled if you can read this. But some things coming up are events. Super Saturday is October the 8th. Now, depending on if you come to ours, it's October the 8th at 9 o'clock. And Tracy, I did get the youth room, so that worked out. And so what I'm going to do is next week when I get back, I'm going to create an event for that. And, you know, we can all just use that event and post in it and invite people to it and all that stuff. But Super Saturday is awesome. Like, I don't know how many of you have all been to one. Tracy, have you been to Super Saturday? No. Super Saturday is a quarterly event that Beachbody does, and it is just about, you know, it's about training. Like, you get really good. It's not long. I mean, there's a video from corporate that's like 30 or 40 minutes long, but and there's training from corporate. They tell us about new programs or new products that are coming out. You know, like like in January, I think they might announce like the next Success Club trip or something like that. But it's always something good from corporate. It's always stuff that you want to hear. There is, we always do a workout. And so like in October, that new Core de Force is probably the workout that we'll be able to do there. So that's exciting. That's Joel and Jericho's new workout. I love them. And then we always just like, you know, somebody shares something about our coaching story, but it's a really good opportunity to invite people who are like current challengers and even people who don't even have an interest in coaching, or maybe they're not your challengers yet even. It's just a way to kind of bring them in and let them see what Beachbody is about. Because I'll be honest, like the word Beachbody always just threw me off in the past, but it's a really good opportunity for people to kind of learn what we do as coaches, especially those people you think would make good coaches. You know, invite them to these things or take them with you to a Super Saturday. And it's always fun to go and meet other coaches as well, because like I say all the time, you know, this is a business you run from your bed or your home office, and you don't get out and you don't see people a lot face to face. And I think that's really important, and that interaction is really good. So we are having Super Saturday here in Corinth at 9 o'clock a.m. Saturday, October 8th, and it's going to be at my church in the youth room. So we'll have a workout. We'll watch the video. We'll, you know, share a little bit, and we can even like make Shakeology or something for after our workout. But it'll just be fun. So come to that if you can. If you are like in Texas, Becca, you can find one. Becca found one last time. Awesome for her. I was proud of her. Dee, I'm sure there's one close to you in Michigan, and you can just find it through the Coach Online office. There'll be a link for it. You just check in the news feed, and there's a place where you can go and search. So those are always good, and I definitely encourage you guys to go to events. Our Emerald Retreat is next month. It's in October. It's October 14th through the 16th. Super excited about that. I shared with you guys today our condo or our little house. It's going to be fun. So next Monday night, Tracy's going to be leading our call because I'm not sure if I'm coming back Sunday or Monday from Destin, but either way, I'm kind of tired. I'm kind of stretched thin. And so Tracy, I know will do a good job, and she's got a lot to add. So y'all come show up for Tracy next Monday night. She's going to be, I think we're talking about leadership. Is that right? That you shared with me? Okay. So that'll be really good. Tracy has done lots of training through her day job on leadership and stuff, and she's got a lot of good stuff to share. So I'm excited to hear that one. And then the last thing I wanted to share with you guys is that obviously if you're a new coach and you're inviting to my challenge group, I didn't put this on there, but my challenge group starts next Monday, the 19th. So that's what you're inviting to. And, you know, like if you're a new coach, don't worry about starting your own. You don't have to like lead the group or anything. If you want to help me do that, you can. My challenge group starts the 19th, but team-wise, I'm going to do a coaching sneak peek that last Monday and Tuesday of the month. So, you know, if you're going to be inviting to coaching, which I definitely encourage you guys to do, you can put people in there. I'll share about the coaching opportunity, and we'll do the coaching opportunity call, and you guys know how that works. And I know that some of you guys are planning to do your own this month, which is exciting. So make sure that you have that on your calendar. You have a date that you're going to do your sneak peek. You can do a 1 day sneak peek. I used to do a 5 day sneak peek, but that's really too long. I did a 3 day. And now, honestly, I kind of like the 2 day sneak peek. And then I just wrap it up with a coaching opportunity call. And so that's what I'm doing. But if you're inviting to coaching this month and you're not running your own, you are welcome to put people into mine. Okay. If you guys have questions, just raise your hand or like chat because you're muted. Success Club. Now, I think that you guys, these numbers are just not completely accurate based on what I've been told. But when I checked this today, when I made these slides, Tracy and Jade both had six Success Club points. That's hard to say. But it is September the 12th. And I know that up until now, like up until this last weekend when I worked my tail off, like it was hard for me to get somebody to commit. And at first, which is really the reason that I'm doing this call, of what I'm talking about tonight. But at first I was thinking, you know, like maybe it's just the time of year, people are busy. But then I started going back and looking at my feed and my posts, and I realized I really needed to get back to the basics. Like, because I'm watching you guys and your stuff is awesome, and you guys are really helping people and reaching people and connecting. And, you know, anyways, I'll get to that in a minute. But right now, I think that Tracy and Jade are both probably about 10. But that's the Success Club points right now. If you don't have points on the board, that is totally okay. You know, there's still plenty of time in the month to hit Success Club. Just make sure that it's not because you're not doing the 4 vital behaviors. If you're not doing the 4 vital behaviors, get on it. I know I see that a lot of you guys are, and you're just deep in those conversations and it's coming. But, you know, don't stress, don't fret if you don't have any Success Club points, because there's definitely plenty of time. 2 new coaches. Lainey is on the call. Lainey Anderson, she is Jade's downline coach, and Lori Smith is Tracy's downline coach. And so I think those are the newest coaches on our team, but I definitely, definitely want to welcome them. If you're on the call, welcome to Team Take Heart. I'm super excited that you are here and that you, like I was telling you, like I said in that video last night, and I told Jade and Lainey, you know, like it seems like every new coach that we get just makes us stronger. And it's really crazy to see how you guys all just interact and just jump in and encourage each other. And it's just really exciting to see us grow. And I think that we are definitely creating that team culture that is conducive to helping people succeed. You know, it's encouraging, and there's just so many good ideas floating around in our team page. I had no idea that coach bet thing would like take off and you guys would just kind of rock it. Like, I'm just sitting in awe of you guys, and I'm really, really excited about the growth on our team. And that means a lot. Like, that means a lot for us, and yes, our success, but it also encourages us, it emboldens us, and it makes us have more confidence as a team, which carries over into the relationships that you guys are creating with other people and your challengers and your potential coaches. And so that's a big deal. And I'm just excited about the traction and the growth in our team. And I know it's going to keep going. So all that to say, I was having trouble hitting Success Club this month. I was having trouble getting points on the board. I was having trouble in conversations. I felt like I wasn't connecting with people. And, you know, like I said, I kind of just felt like it was because the time of year. We came off the August Cup, the team cup thing, and the month after that is always a little bit slow, it seems like. But then I really, I've just been watching you guys, and I've just been loving your posts and seeing what you're doing. And you guys are definitely taking what we're teaching you in Coach Basics and running with it. And it kind of just made me realize that I had kind of gotten away from the basics in my posts. And yes, I want my business to succeed. I want to be successful. I want to be able to help people and get them in a challenge group, but I also want to lead by example for you guys. And so this was kind of a gut check for me. And I realized that if I had gotten away from it, I didn't want to lead you guys astray. And so I really did. I went back and just looked through my newsfeed for a while and just kind of figured out what I had gotten away from. And I wanted to just kind of share with you guys, just the basics. And this is not if you've been a coach for a while, I don't want you to think this doesn't apply to me, because we all kind of get away from it for a little while. But I really just want to encourage you guys in doing these things and doing them well. because, you know, this business is definitely about people. It's about relationships. And if you're doing these things well, and you're working in areas that maybe you're not as strong in as others, then you're going to be able to see that growth. So I'm just going to talk about posting, connecting. I know that some of you guys were having trouble just connecting with people, and adding value, inviting, even us like seasoned coaches, inviting, just sending out a cold invite is hard. It's not easy. And I don't really advocate it that much. I think that your posts and your connections and your adding value really lead up to the invite in a natural way. And so we're going to talk about that. Recognition, that's kind of a new vital behavior. And I want to talk to you guys. You don't have to have coaches. You don't have to have a team to be able to recognize people. You can do that with your challengers and with us as coaches. And then obviously personal development and making sure that you are growing personally, because that's one I struggle with. As much as I preach to my coaches to do personal development, like at the end of the day, I'm like, crap, I crawl into bed and I didn't do my personal development, you know, and it should really be like one of those things I do like after my devotion or something. But, so that I want to talk about that too, but posting. Okay. So this is where we're going to start. For you new coaches, old coaches, whoever you are, posting. Without posting, we don't have a business. Okay. If you're not posting, you don't have a business. And you know, 3 to 5 times a day. That's what I aim for. Sometimes I go over it. Sometimes I just do 3. But just being present on social media every single day is what your business is based on. You know, we don't call people. We don't send emails a whole lot. I mean, we do when we invite people, but our business is online. It's social media. And if you're not online, then you don't have a business. And so that's really, really important. And being consistent. And I'm not talking about like working out on Tuesday and posting it and then doing it again on Friday. I'm like daily, showing up daily. You know, I know we don't work out every day and you don't have to work out every day, but you know, that's what our business is. We're being proof that these products work. So if we're online, if we're showing up, if we're posting our workout selfie, if we're sharing a recipe, if we're sharing a motivational quote, you know, every single day, just something, 3 to 5 posts a day, that's your business. So if you're struggling, if you're thinking I can't get people, nobody's following me, are you posting? Are you consistent in your posts? Your pictures. So your pictures tell a story. And what I have done, guys, I have gone to like almost each of you. I've gone to your page and I found something from your post that I love. And we're all different. And so that's a big thing. Like my pictures, my message is not going to be the same as Dee's. You know, Dee's is not going to be the same as Tracy's. We're all going to be different. So just knock the comparison thing out the window and whenever I show you these things, I'm not comparing you guys. I'm finding your strengths and I'm pulling them out. Okay. But your pictures tell a story. They have to be eye-catching. If you post a fuzzy photo of you working out in a dark room, nobody's going to stop and read what you have to say, okay? You know, your lighting has to be good. You know, they don't always have to have words on the picture, but just make sure that you're in the picture and that is eye-catching. And so, you know, that's a big thing. Like I said, clear pictures. If you need to buy a little light, like if you've been to my house, you've seen my lighting. But I bought these like $40 lights off of Amazon. I have my Lumi lights. Is it on? Oh, it's not on. There it is. Can you see it? It's my Lumi light because my house is dark, but lighting is important. Wording, obviously, you guys, you know, your message is your message, but your wording on your pictures is what makes people stop and read. Can you guys see my Instagram page now? Yeah. So like, one thing that I would even encourage you guys to do, you see this picture of me in the middle. That's just a picture. Like I was in my house one day. It was the summertime. I think that, and the lighting was good right here at my front door. And I thought, well, I look halfway decent. I'll just take this picture and use it for something else. I took this picture and I've used it in like 4 different ways. I put different words on it. This one obviously was just a blank picture. Like seriously, guys, if you're at home one afternoon and the lighting's good, change your outfit like 3-4 times and just take some different pictures and different poses. Because pictures like this are the ones that people stop to read because it's a full out frontal picture of me, you know, and it's not me. I don't want to say like I'm beautiful or anything, but people just stop and look at it because it's just me looking straight at the camera. And so I have taken this picture and I have used it in at least like 5 different ways. And so last night, this picture, I put this wording, you can see it. And I just wrote, I'm looking for 5 women who want to lose up to 15 pounds. This was like a challenge group ad. And even though I go into all these things about talking about challenge groups, tell your story, list what's going to be in the group, sometimes I just go simple. Sometimes when that's not working, I just go simple and I throw this baby up there like once a month or once every 2 months or something. I'm just looking for 5 women. And the picture made people stop and read it. And I sold 2 challenge packs today. And I'm talking to 2 more people just from this post last night. And I didn't go into Shakeology. I didn't go into all this stuff, but I appealed to people with the, do you want to lose 15 pounds? Do you want to have fun? Do you want to do it together? Talked about skinny jeans. And so like, it's just this picture that I took like a month or 2 ago that I have used again and again and again. So seriously, like when you feel like you look good one day, like pull out 5 different shirts. It can be a workout tank. It can be something else. It can be a dressy shirt. But just snap some pictures of yourself, have them in your phone to be able to use them because people are drawn to you. 100% they are drawn to you. And so that your pictures need to be clear. They need to be eye-catching. And they don't, like I said, they don't always have to have words, but if it's you, that's what people stop to read. I think Tracy, you posted a picture of you gathering eggs one day. And I don't remember if you put wording on it or not, but I can remember right now what you look like in that picture. And it was just a really good picture of you. It was like the angle and the lighting and, like people they like a good picture. And so, just pay attention to that. Use filters, whatever you need to make it attractive. We don't have to look awesome or anything. Like, I don't even think I had makeup on that day, but I used a filter that kind of smoothed out my skin. So, just don't be afraid to show you. That's the biggest thing. Your post value, adding value. So this was one thing that I definitely noticed that I was getting away from. Like, I wasn't posting recipes. I wasn't posting pictures of my food. I wasn't sharing my meal plans as much anymore. And I noticed that it was almost like people had kind of backed off and lost trust in me as a coach. And I started to step that up and to do it again. And so Jade, you posted this one day about you were prepping your food for the week, and you didn't say a whole lot. You just said, I'm prepping my lunches for the week. Failing to plan is planning to fail. And that's all it said. You put prep day up there. I mean, it's nothing like, Autumn Calabrese didn't write it and write out a recipe and all this stuff, but it's helpful. People see what you're doing. People understand what the containers are. They see them labeled. To me, if I was new to this and I didn't know how the containers work and I just saw those labels on there, I'd be like, I can do that. Like I can put green stuff in the green container. I can put fruit in the purple container. Okay. And so that's a way to show what you're doing and to add value. Let me see. Let's see. No, that's not the one I want yet. Let me close you out. Let's see. Andrea is awesome at posting recipes, and she always posts these pictures, which it's just a picture of her shrimp in her pan, but like she put the actual recipe on the picture, or she'll put it in the comment section. That makes people stop and read it. That makes people who don't know what to cook, who think that cooking clean or eating healthy is overwhelming. I mean, like you saute onions and peppers, you add the shrimp and you season it with chili powder or whatever. That's all she did. That helps somebody. That like adds value to someone's life. That person, people could never become a challenger, but she just taught somebody that you can make a clean dish in like 10 minutes, and so that's adding value, and that is helping someone. And so those were 2 things that you guys are doing that are really, really, like those are things that I had gotten away from, and those are things that I teach you guys to do, and those are things that build trust with people. Those are things that bring people back to your page to see what else you're going to share. If Andrea posts something like that every single day, people are going to come back to her page every single day to see if there's a new idea or a new recipe or a new way to shake up clean eating or something like that. And so, that's adding value, and it's building trust for people. Motivation, as a brand new coach, one of the things that I did every single night was I posted a motivational quote before I went to bed. And I have totally gotten away from that. Like, I've totally gotten away from that. I might do something motivational in the morning, but like sometimes people are at home at night and they're alone and they're lonely or they're upset or they're feeling downtrodden. And like if you post a motivational quote or scripture or something and they see that right before they go to bed, like people are so encouraged by that. And you know, that's a way to add value and to inspire people and just to motivate them. And so those are some big ways that I add value that I have definitely gotten away from. Now, as far as posting and making sure those things get seen, affinity is just on Facebook. Facebook affinity means that there's like this formula that you know, to make sure that your posts are getting seen over and over and over again. So here's just some tips for you guys, and this is totally something that was hard for me. I felt like I was kind of self-serving. Like, as a new coach, I would see another coach post something and I would see that they were like the first person to like their post, and I was like, oh, that's so vain, you know, like, but it's not. It's just a business tactic, okay? So definitely like your own post. When you post something, make sure you go in and you like it. Comment on your own post. So if you follow Timmy Parks, she will post her workout selfie or something, or you know, anything, and she's almost automatically always, she'll like post her post workout selfie under it, you know, like a picture of her after she's done, or she'll post her woohoo form in the comment section underneath. So every time someone likes or comments on your post, then it pops back up in other people's newsfeed, okay? And so if somebody comments on your post, do not ever, ever, ever not respond to their comment. If somebody says, looking good, you say thank you. If somebody says jump, you say how high. Not really. But, you know, like, I mean, like, always respond to someone's comment under your post. Because it's one, it builds a relationship. When you respond to somebody on social media, it's just like responding to them face to face. Okay. Two, it makes your post pop back up in people's newsfeed. Okay. When somebody comments on your photo, like their comment and respond. Okay. That's just Facebook affinity. It's how you get your post seen over and over. Okay. So like when I did that picture yesterday about which outfit should I have my photo made in, okay, like there were like 150 comments. There was no way that I was going and saying thank you, okay, you know, but I would go through and I would randomly, especially people that I had not connected with before, I liked everyone's comment, but I went in there and I just said thank you, or I made some comment on theirs, and every time I did, it popped back up. That photo popped back up on Facebook, okay? And so that's really important. Let's see what you're saying. Tracy, it's like making eye contact. Yes, somebody said, I've heard that before. It's like making eye contact when they like it and when they speak to you, when they comment. Yeah, heard that in Diamond Group. Yes, I've heard that too. That's a good way to put it. It is. It's like, you know, it's making eye contact in a conversation just on social media. That's really good. And so tag other people in your posts. That's another way to draw new eyes to your post, you know. So tag your husband, tag your sister, tag your mom, tag your best friend, you know. When you post, especially about a challenge group, if you post like that picture that I posted from my Instagram page last night, when I put it on Facebook, I think I tagged Matt in it, you know, so that would draw people to that post that maybe aren't friends of mine, okay? And so tagging people in your post is a really good way to draw new eyes to it. Do you guys have any questions about that? Just about, you know, using Facebook kind of laws to draw people to your post? Does anybody have questions about that? The main thing is just interaction. You know, just responding to people, liking their comments, and just making sure that, and you know, that's just a real life. I mean, Tracy, you remember Gary Vee? Becca, do y'all remember Gary Vee saying that at Summit? You know, he was talking mostly about Instagram for the most part, I think. But, you know, he was like, you don't ever like just skip over somebody's comment. He said, you know, that even him, who's like this multi-billionaire, like if you comment on his photo, he's going to respond to it. And it's a relationship thing. It's just a relationship thing, because people, that's, you know, if they comment on your post, then they want to interact with you in some way. And so it's just a relationship building thing. So make sure that you're commenting and liking, unless it's some creepy dude, you know, and we've got those stalkers. Connecting. And that's another thing. Like if you want to unfriend somebody on Facebook, just do it. Like I've unfriended lots of people that just kind of creeped me out. I mean, just do it, you know, do what's best for you. Connecting. So this is something that I definitely felt like I was struggling with. I would get into conversations with people and I kind of felt like I was just on autopilot. Like I would ask a couple questions and then I would jump into well, here's a workout that I think would work for you. And here's what the challenge group is. And tell me what you think, which is great. And it's good to have that method. But I was totally skipping over all the parts where like I really invested in them. And like I really ask them questions, what do you do? Why do you struggle with this area so much? Or, like, what, do you have kids? Just asking those questions that really showed that I was interested in people and I want to be interested in people. But I had gotten so busy that I was just kind of trying to get to the meat of the conversation and get to getting them signed up and in a challenge group. Okay. And so connecting is a huge, huge part of what we do as coaches. And I know that some of us are stronger at this than others, and some people struggle with it, and that's okay. You can still learn how to build those solid relationships and connect and ask questions. And if you have to write out a list of questions that you need to ask to start a conversation and get it going, because you're just not good at doing that on your own, then write them out, put them on your computer, put them in your phone. But you've got to be connecting with people and showing them that you really care. And you do that by asking questions and interacting with them. And last week I really dug deep and I really started doing this in my conversations. And I've had conversations that have gone for like a week at least, but those people know that I'm invested in them. And some of those conversations ended in flat out no's. I can't join your challenge group right now. And that I just say, okay, that's fine. I'll send them a meal plan and I tell them to follow me on my like page. And I just say, if I can help you in any way, until you decide that you can do the challenge group, please just let me know. And I send them some encouragement, and it's like, that's investing in people and just letting them know that I care enough to not just walk away. Okay. So some ways that I do connect with people, we tell you guys this, the easiest thing, you gotta be added 2 to 3 people on your friends every single day. So you guys know, like on social media, on Instagram, Facebook, whatever it is that you're using, it'll suggest friends for you. Add 2 to 3 people every single day. Obviously, like make sure you know something about them, or look to see who you have friends in common with. But I've done that ever since I started coaching, and that just brings new eyes to your posts. Comment. So this is something, again, that I had just gotten away from doing. And I will go into Facebook. I don't scroll through Facebook a whole lot, but I might go see who's online right now, see that little green dot. I'll click on their page, see what's going on. I might go through and comment on a picture or like a few pictures, or, I'll scroll through Facebook for just like 10 minutes and look and see what's going on, and I'll connect with people that way. Think about it. When you get that notification that somebody has liked your post or commented on your post, it's kind of a good feeling, right? Like people are seeing what you're doing, and they're interested enough to care to take action. And so when you do that to somebody else, they have that same feeling, and it kind of sparks that relationship. Some things that I'll just go through and comment, like, if it's their kids, I'm like, cute picture, how sweet, that's beautiful, this is funny, it doesn't have to be anything profound or just like deeply relational. Just go through and kind of interact with them a little bit. Private messaging, I connect that way too. And I'm not talking about invite. I'm just talking about sending a message to somebody. So, again, I'll scroll through, see who's online. If that little green dot is there, I'll go look at their page, make sure that nothing is going on, nothing crazy, or nobody's died in their family, or they're not sick or something. And I'll send them a message and I'll just connect with them and just say, hey, how you doing? I saw your family pictures. Your family looks so great. How are you? Or, like somebody from college, I'll see somebody online sometimes and I'll just send them a message and say, hey, it's been so long since I've seen you. I can't believe that we're married and have kids. What have you been up to? What are you doing now? I always end these private messages with a question. Or if it's like, I can comment on somebody's purse or their I don't know, their necklace. I love your necklace. Where did you get it? I've been looking for one like that. Or, just send a message and say, hey, how's your family? How's your mom doing? I haven't seen her in a while. Just wanted to check in. And so private messages are just a way that I genuinely connect with people. It's not fake. It's not forced. I don't send a message if I don't really want to know the answer to the question. So that's one way that I definitely connect with people. Timmy shared with me that one thing that she does is that she will, hold on guys, just a second. Move this. She will go into Facebook, and if you heard her talk about this, bear with me. But it's really kind of awesome. So can y'all see my look? There's Alicia. Look at her. Can y'all see Facebook? If you go under events and calendar, it will show you birthdays. Okay. So what is today? The 12th. So I would go through here and I would just click, look and see who has a birthday coming up, go to their page. So Ashley Quinn, I might like go to her page and like a couple of her posts and comment on one. Or I could go to Dick Rice. That's funny. I wouldn't do that. Katie Wilson or Lori Green or somebody, and I would go to their page, look, do the same thing, comment on or like a couple of pictures, comment or send a message. And that starts a thread of conversation or a thread of just connectivity. And so that when their birthday comes around on Thursday, and I send her a message and say, hey, happy birthday. I hope it's a great day. She's already kind of like, I'm already kind of in her brain. She's seen me comment, interact on her posts a couple times. And that's one way to connect with people. And that's actually kind of working. Like I started doing that last week. And so by the time their birthday gets around and I've interacted with them a little bit and I send them a message, like it's easier for them to connect with me and talk to me. And so when I do that, I don't just say, hey, happy birthday, have a great day. I will send a message and I'll say, hey, happy birthday. I hope it's a great day. What are you doing anything big to celebrate? I end it with a question again. And so people will come back and say, yeah, we're going out to dinner, or we're gonna wait and celebrate this weekend. And usually it leads to, what have you been up to? Thanks for happy birthday. And it just starts a conversation, quite honestly. I did this last week and I just went through and honestly, I was encouraging some people who seemed to be struggling with some things, personal things. And I just commented a couple of encouraging, comments, and those people are people who follow me, who have seen my posts, who have never reached out to me, who have never responded to an invite or anything like that. But just me commenting and encouraging leads to people starting a conversation. And I've had a couple people message me and say, hey, I've been following you for a while. I've wanted to reach out to you for a long time, but I think I'm ready. And it was just, I know that if I had not commented and done what I had done, then they would have never reached out to me. And so it's just starting that conversation and getting it going so that, what did I do with my thing? Lord, have mercy. Okay. Just starting that conversation. And the birthday calendar was just a cool thing. Because for me, 2 years into this, I'm really getting to the point where I have got to be reaching out and connecting with people in a more intentional manner. I still have people respond to my messages, to my posts, to my ads and stuff, but I've really got to be out there and starting new conversations and getting new eyes on my posts. So that Facebook calendar was good. And it's just kind of a preemptive kind of way to start a conversation with people when their birthday actually rolls around. And another thing for birthdays, I don't post on their page. I always send a private message. And when you private message somebody, always end it with a question so that they respond back and you can keep that conversation going. Inviting. So Christy told me today, she was having trouble. She's like, I've been doing this for a year, but I still struggle with just sending someone an invite. And I told her, I do too. I don't love cold invites, but that is where all of this comes into play. And it helps me build a relationship so that when I do invite someone to a challenge group, whether it is through a private message or through my Facebook event or whatever, then they trust me and they know that I'm not just there for a sale, because I don't want to be that person. Another new coach told me, she's like, I just don't want to be that dirty salesperson, and I told her, if you're not, then you're not going to come across that way. If you're building relationships and you're genuinely investing in people and they see you, adding value and doing all this, and they're not going to think you're just a salesperson. I'm not going to sell somebody to Shakeology just because I want to make a sale. I want to make sure it's right for them. And so when you invite, again, that conversation and just that trust that you are building up through your posts and through your connecting is what pays off and helps them trust you. So one of the ways that I might start an invite process is, just those hey girl messages. Hey, how you doing? I saw your family pictures, whatever. I start an invite process that way. Ask a question. How have you been doing? What's your job like? How old are your kids? This is honestly me like getting to the invitation. And so when you connect with someone in a private message, it's typically going to roll around to them saying, hey, I've been watching you. You're doing great. I wish I could be as committed as you are, or I wish I could make those changes or lose the weight. Or it's going to come around to you saying, hey, I don't know if you've noticed, but I have been working out, eating clean. I've lost a lot of weight. I've been involved in challenge groups and it's really changed my life. And I would love to tell you more about it if you're interested. And so that's just, I don't go and send somebody a message and say, hey, do you want to join a challenge group? I mean, I have, and it was awful. And I did feel like a dirty car salesman. Not that there's anything wrong with car salesman. I love Robbie. Don't tell him I said that. It just, you know how you feel when you go to a car lot and people pounce on you. We all get wrote in and fields messages every day. And, again, that's just an example. I feel so bad because I love my wrote in and fields people, but I don't like their sales approach and I don't want to come off like that. And so I definitely want to start a conversation before I invite somebody. And, if it is a cold invite, that event is awesome. I mean, Jade shared that today in our page, and she is so, so right. Events are still new to me. I've only been using them for a few months, but, for you guys that are coming in as new coaches and you're just using them off the bat, that's great. And, use that event to invite somebody to the event and then definitely follow up and send them a message and say, hey, I wanted you to know I invited you to my Gain Fit camp. We're focusing on this, and this. I would love to tell you more about it if you're interested, and help you get started. That's just a non-creepy way to connect with somebody, and they can go to that event page. They can read what it's about. They can see the things you've posted there, and they can kind of get this idea before they respond to you. And if you do a cold invite, there's nothing bad about a cold invite. It just has to be motivated by more than personal, I don't want to get ahead. I'm not just inviting you so I can get ahead in my business. If I cold invite someone, I definitely want to show genuine interest. And we all have that fear that we're going to just invite somebody to our challenge group out of the blue and they're going to be like, you think I'm fat? If you haven't had that thought, I'm in awe. I've had that thought so many times, especially as a new coach. And it's like Lainey said, and Jennifer Earl said, I don't want this to be about weight loss. I want it to be about health. And you can convey that in a message, that you're running these challenge groups in order to teach people how to truly be healthy from the inside out and, to make lasting lifestyle changes. And if you do send somebody a cold invite, share your story first. Hey, I wanted to invite you to my next challenge group. I started on, a year ago with a challenge group, and just the support and the encouragement really changed how I looked at getting healthy. I started to really focus on God's word and what it had to say about treating my body the way that I should. And I just love to share about it. And I love to teach other people what I have been taught. Would you be interested in joining a challenge group with me? And people connect to that. It's not like, hey, do you want to buy a workout program in Shakeology? You're selling, what you're really selling is you and the challenge group, honestly. And so share your story. Be excited. Be excited about what you're doing. When you're in these conversations, if you're timid and you're shy and you're like, well, I just wanted to maybe see if you might think about joining a challenge group. People want to hear excitement and that, okay. Tracy, I'm so glad you made me this. The energy bus. Let's see. Where is that one? It says enthusiasm attracts more passengers and energizes them during the ride. That's one of the 10 rules on the energy bus. Okay. So if you're enthusiastic, other people are going to be enthusiastic about what you're doing. It's just plain and simple. So be excited, when you're sharing, even if they say, no, I don't want to join your challenge group ever, just say, okay, well, that's fine. Thanks. I'm here if you need me. I'm always running a challenge group. If you change your mind, I'm not going anywhere. If you're excited, people will get it. They'll get on board at some point in some way. And so definitely in your invite process, just be you, be genuine and have their interest at heart for sure. Recognition. So this is the newest vital behavior. There only used to be 3. Now there are 4. If you're a coach, it's easy kind of to think about, if you have coaches on your team, it's kind of easier to think about how to recognize them. But how do you recognize people if you don't have coaches yet? If you're running challenge groups, maybe you don't even have challengers yet. But recognizing other people kind of shows that you're not just in this for yourself. Obviously Transformation Tuesdays are awesome. If you have a challenger, if you want to share one of our stories, that's one way to get out the like the health message, or to talk about our products. Transformation Tuesdays are awesome. And this is kind of not on the recognition point, but Tracy, I wanted to share this. We've got to be doing the programs. We've got to be doing the programs and sharing our results. That's huge. This should have been under posting. But guys, if you're not starting a program and finishing one and sharing your results, then you're not really, you can't help people if they don't know, if they don't see the results. But Tracy posted this one. Tracy's really good about talking about the programs and the results that come as a result of these. She's just really good at that. These were her 3-day refresh results. I'm going to come and I'm going to clean your scales, Tracy. But I'm sure nobody else noticed that, but I've looked at this picture like 5 times, and that's why I said that. But she lost 5 pounds on the 3-day refresh. That's huge. And so, sharing and posting Transformation Tuesdays are a big way to share with people and to just share about the results. But it's also a big way to congratulate somebody on their hard work. If you've got challengers who are just seeing big results, ask them, can I share your results? Can I shout you out? Can I show people all the, that your hard work has paid off? Recognize people. If you don't have challengers, ask for somebody in our coach page. We have our own transformations, just ask for if you can share somebody's story, shout somebody out that way. If it's a team member, if somebody on our team, we're doing those recognitions within our team, take them outside our team and post them on your personal page. Recognize people that way. It shows people what we're about, that we're not just sitting here selling Shakeology and earning bank. We're a team. We invest in one another and we encourage one another. You can do ours on Transformation Tuesday. If somebody on our team just motivated you, or if you just want to talk about the energy and the team spirit, what it feels like to be on our team, that's one way to recognize people. Point somebody out. You can pick one team member and just encourage them publicly on your Facebook page. And that's just a good way to kind of take it outside of just me, and to show people that this is something that it's about relationships and encouraging other people. Recognize a challenger. It doesn't have to be a picture or transformation picture, but if a challenger posts a picture of their meal prep, just snap a screenshot and post it and say, this is what my challengers are doing this week. I'm so proud of them. They're working hard. They're doing their meal planning and their prep, and it's going to pay off. If somebody hits their water intake for the day, if you have a challenge, snap a picture of it and say, this is what we're doing. This challenger really struggles with water, but she set a goal and she hit it today. I'm so proud of her. Somebody talks about how they went to a ball game and they packed their snacks and they didn't go through the drive-thru. They didn't buy a hot dog at the concession stand. Share and shout people out and recognize people for the hard work that they're doing. And definitely, this does sound kind of selfish, but you've got to be sharing your story. You've got to be recognizing your own accomplishments, and I think that's really hard for some of us. Some of us not. Some of us talk a lot. And it's easy to share our feelings and our results and just kind of emotionally how we changed. But, people have got to know who you are. Yes, they've got to see your results. They've got to understand they need to see you doing the programs and drinking Shakeology and seeing results that way. But deeper than that, people connect on a deeper level. And this is where I was going to show Alicia. She texted me before she posted this. She was like, is it okay to put this quote up there? And I was like, yeah, you have worked daggum hard to lose 50 pounds, and losing weight is hard. And people, it doesn't need to look easy. You need to be sharing, what your struggles are, what they were, and that you have actually worked to get where you are, because we are not about, a quick fix. We're not about taking a pill and stopping eating. I mean, we're about like putting the work in and seeing the results and showing the hard, and not making it look like just join my challenge group and you're going to drop 50 pounds. No, it's hard. It's really hard. And so if there's something that you struggle with, like for me, it's like, Diet Cokes, it's hard for me if I drink a Diet Coke to stop, if it's, I don't know what you guys struggle with, but whatever you struggle with, share it. Don't make it look perfect. Nobody is attracted to perfect. And so, if you're struggling with something and you figured out a way to deal with it, share about it. And that will encourage people as well. Christy is good. Like, I liked her challenge group invite that she did. She told her story. She told how last September she was exhausted. She was tired. Her jeans didn't fit. She didn't want to go shopping for more. She was insecure. She felt defeated. And she led that into the challenge group invite. So she shared the hard. She shared the things that she overcame, and how the challenge group and how this stuff helped her do that. And so, when you're recognize yourself, guys, because you do work hard. And it's not because you're not where you are because it's easy. You're where you are because you're willing to work for it. And I think that that's really important for people to see and to understand. So definitely tell your story and how your life has changed. Personal development, and I'm done. Personal development, 10 to 15 minutes a day. If you're not growing, if you're not reading personal development, then you're going to struggle. And I can always tell when I'm kind of disconnected from this, and I feel like myself pulling back and I feel like I've lost my motivation. It's usually because I'm not doing my personal development. And I am a Jesus girl, and I think that my devotions, I never miss a devotion, and they motivate me. But personal development is business-wise. And, God created awesome people with awesome words to motivate us, in this area. The energy bus. Like, if you're struggling with you staying focused with, kind of just like, what do I do? What's my purpose here? It's a good book. The Compound Effect, obviously, if you've been through Coach Basics, that's an awesome book. These John C. Maxwell, any of his books are good. If you don't know anything about business, entrepreneurship, Darren Hardy, who's the other one, Tracy? What's that guy's name? Not Darren Hardy. Let me, I can't remember. I'll think of it. Hold on, or she will. There's so many awesome books, and I'm serious, like 10 minutes a day, and you will get juices flowing. You'll get ideas flowing. Listen to them on Audible while you grocery shop. I listen to the national wake-up calls in my car as I drive home. Just make sure that you are investing in yourself, in personal development. And if you need help figuring out what to read or what would help you the most, let us know. Team calls, these are for us to grow as a team, to share ideas, to talk about events. If you don't know about events, then you probably won't show up. Monthly trainings. I know that it's a lot, these calls and the National Wake Up Call, but we record them. If you have to catch the recording, that is totally fine. But your monthly training is just like a challenge group. If you're not in there, if you're not participating, then you're not going to benefit from it. How many challengers have you had that sign up, they buy their challenge pack, they don't participate in the group, and then they're like, well, I'm not really seeing any results. I'm not really sticking with the program. It's because you're not taking advantage of that accountability, of that encouragement, of that learning aspect of the group. So if you're in a monthly training, if you're in Coach Basics, if you're in Push to Diamond, if you're in the 4 Vitals, participate. Check in, respond to the person who's leading the group, respond to their post every day. There's usually a call to action. And your health, this is kind of a given. But if you're not taking care of yourself, then you don't even have a story to tell. I see, not on our team, but I've seen lots of coaches who just kind of post, but they'll go and eat at McDonald's every day, or they'll they don't do their meal planning, but they're telling their challengers to do it. Leading by example and investing in your health and growing in that part of your journey is definitely key. That's a given. I know you guys don't even know that, but I had to put it in there. But that was it. Those are the basics for me. Those are the things that have moved my business forward. Those are the things that have helped me in my relationships with people and starting relationships with people and in building trust with people. And those are the basics. If anybody has anything to add to that, you are all unmuted. If you have questions, I am happy to answer them. And I'm sure some of these other people could as well. But that's all I got. Do you have anything? Yeah, it's close to an hour. I always think I'll do it in like 45 minutes, and I don't. So sorry. All right, guys, that's all I got.
Hey, Rachel.
Yeah.
I don't know how to lead a Zoom call.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to set that up.
Okay, I'll tell you. I'll show you how.
Okay.
When you if you go in on your computer, there's a place to schedule it, and you'll just schedule it, and you'll go to meetings, and you'll copy it and post it in the group. But I can show you.
Oh, okay. So you don't have to have like a special login or anything?
No, yours, if you've got the free one, it'll go for like 45 minutes. But after 45 minutes, I think it'll cut you off or something. So.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. But I can show you how to do that.
Okay, good.
Yeah. All right. Is everybody okay? Everybody good? Do you need help with anything tonight? Okay.
When's everybody's challenge group starting?
Mine's the 19th.
Yours is the 19th, Jay?
Yeah.
I got with this health vet thing, my challenge group that started in August is going, all the way through for the health vet, but then I have another one starting the 19th, and I don't really have that many people in it yet. And I was wondering about combining it with somebody, if y'all wanted to do that. If anybody wanted to do that.
Yeah, or you could push it back a week.
Okay.
I'm starting on the 26th.
Yeah, I'm starting mine on the 26th too.
I may do that. I did that last time, and that people don't care.
So where
I've got some people.
The new people you've signed up, like your people you've gotten points from, are those discount coaches or are they new challengers?
They're one of them is a new challenger. Another one, let's say two. One of them joined the group. Like she started, like it was Angela, it was Robbie's sister. Like she started and got her stuff, and she's in my group now. So she just kind of jumped in the middle of it. Another girl, she actually bought her stuff on the 31st, and she kind of jumped in the middle of it, just trying to get in on the health bit.
Okay.
The other one was a discount coach, and then I actually had one buy a challenge pack yesterday, and she's just doing the 3-day refresh and does her own workouts. I don't think she's going to do the challenge group thing. I mean, she just saw my post about losing on the 3-day refresh. Speaking of the 3-day refresh, I've never really looked at that maintenance guide that comes with it.
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, if you had somebody that just wanted to walk or not do a big fitness program, I mean, that 3-day refresh, to sell them that and then try to push them to buy the containers. Yeah. I mean, I think that's a great option for people to.
There is too, like somebody had that question about somebody who had hip issues and stuff.
Yeah.
You go into the Team Beachbody under shop, and I think it's under Shakeology. There's like a workout DVD just for Shakeology, and I think it's pretty low impact. I think it is, but
I think he sent me that link before. But anyway,
but if you just have one or two people, that end up starting with the new with the challenge pack, I mean, you can do it. I don't care if you put them in my group. I guess I should offer that. I don't care if you do it with me or if you want to run it with somebody else, that's fine. But one or two people does not a challenge group.
Yeah, I know. And I don't want them to have that experience. So
yeah, you want them to benefit from it. And then next month you would just start a challenge group like you normally would,
Yeah. At the end of the health bet kind of
right.
Earlier in October, that the whole health, I mean, I love the health bet more. It's gotten people going.
Yeah.
What are y'all doing your next challenge groups in the tracker?
I'm not.
Mm-mm.
Becca,
I love the tracker.
I do too. But
I like certain aspects of it. Nobody can get my files. Like all I can upload is a PDF, and I can't do an Excel sheet or anything like that. And my challenge, I always like, will you email me that? Or I can't see your picture, or that's kind of frustrating.
Yeah,
and
it has to be very mobile based.
Yeah, I like but there are a lot of things I like about it, but
I think honestly too, it's just easier. I mean, people are on Facebook anyway. You know what I mean? They're just on Facebook. So rather than do something different, it's easier to group there.
Yeah. I don't feel like my challengers are as connected as they normally are.
They weren't before the health bet. You know, they're making themselves this month. But God, I hate it. I really wish there was a way.
Yeah.
I don't know. But you have good luck with it, Becca?
This month is fantastic. And I mean, I feel like they interact. I can't really remember as much on Facebook, but it doesn't seem like there's that much of a difference between the people that interacted on Facebook and the people that interacted on.
And that's kind of what I said, I think, a couple of weeks ago. It's the same people. If they're going to interact on Facebook, they're going to interact on the.
Hey Becca, would you make us a video sometime about your Yahtzee thing?
Sure.
I want to know what that's about.
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay.
I'll even I'll screen grab my little poster and share it.
Yeah.
It's been really fun. They love it.
It sounds fun. I want to know what that's about. Cool.
I got one more thing, and I know I'm used to one wanting to get off, but I'm on vacation. So. I saw somewhere in some page or some group a crock pot challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Where did I see that?
Like a script?
Yeah, like a 7-day crock pot free group.
Oh.
I don't know, but I'm sure we
I
could
think
find
it's
one.
Melanie. I think it's Melanie.
I would look at the Dream Team for sure.
It's the Dream Team.
Yeah.
I saw that, and then I thought, that'd be a good free group.
If you go to the file section and then you just go up to the search bar and search crockpot or something, it'll pull it up.
Because I hadn't done any free groups. I mean, I just hadn't done it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I just finished a free group. And I like them because I like to add value, but they're kind of a lot of work. But I mean, people benefited from it, so that's really cool.
And I guess the reason I was looking for the crock pot thing is that sounded like something that I could do. Cook the recipes every night along with them and all that.
Yeah. Yeah. So. I do usually try to follow the same meal plan. Like I'll usually just give them my meal plan, or I'll take one from the blog and give them the grocery list, and from the Beachbody blog, give them the grocery list and the prepping guide and stuff. And it's just step by step. It's so easy. Anybody could do it. And I typically do it with them. Yeah. And check in, like we check in every night. Most of them don't have Shakeology. Some of them do if they're some of my challengers, but it's just it gives them an idea of what a challenge group is about. Yeah.
All right. I'm making my note. All right.
Okay.
I think that's it.
Anybody else? All right. All right. That's it.